one last button. Boop!
Oh, the pressure is suddenly live. Oh no.
We's live, yo! And we have hands! Such hand. Hey, do you have hand? Would you like hand? Would you like to draw a hand that doesn't look like a foot? I know I do. Gwen, help.
I mean, I can try. Ooh.
Oh yes, this is other stuff I've been drawing. I drew Chemi because I'm obsessed. I drew Femulin as a thing. And I drew the characters of Breath of Fire 4. Dark baby. Ryu is adorable in that game. Sorry, go ahead. What's up?
Have I explained why I use these pencils?
Oh, because you've got two different layers of sketching?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's like, and you're more than welcome to steal one of the 20 I've got.
I think I bought one from Fred Alert's ones. Hang on, it might be in here somewhere.
You don't have to use it. Like, it's at the end, it's use what you're comfortable with. But I find it easier to get my sketching done with this.
I mean, I could always use a stolen from work pencil.
Ooh.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
I didn't know they even had those anymore.
Yeah, we have tons behind the counter, but we haven't used them in God knows how long. Because
Do you still have those teeny tiny little biros?
No biros, only pencil. I think it was a cost-saving measure, or a reduction of plastic usage because they're very keen on that in some things.
Okay, so.
But I'm going to use my regular. Mozart Supplies 0.5.
So this is one of those things where I love talking about like the science of this because it's really cool. So because red wavelength is I believe longer is a longer wavelength than blue. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole ultraviolet infrared dealio.
Yep, the red shift. I'm vaguely aware of this.
So anything that's coloured red, specifically like this, tends to go to the back of an image, whereas something blue tends to come to the forward. It's how those old 3D glasses used to work. It creates a sort of like a back and front. So you can do your base sketching with a red pencil, and then your slightly more detailed sketching with a blue pencil. And so, I mean, if I show you on here, red line. Do you see that? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
Red line, and then
a bit lower down. Oh yeah, it looks more prominent.
So you can actually do, like, I can do some rough sketching, do something simple like a sphere or circle. Rough sketching with the red, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can refine with the blue, and the blue stands out so that when I'm using my light box to get the line from underneath, I will pick up on the blue one rather than the red one.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Just sharpen my pencils. 2 by not sponsor Twiglets. Saves you having to bring the whole bin onto the stream. Also, we have a Drac in chat. Hello.
Hello.
Is this the Drac you know?
I figured.
Well, I know another Drac from Leeds. I think they go by Dracs, plural, with a K. But hey, Drac, how's it going, buddy?
Actually, I can't see any of the chat, so I'm just going to have to react based on what you say.
I mean, you could click the link I included you in, and then do pop-out chat.
Try that, but that would require me installing or going through the whole Twitter application process on my laptop.
Well, fair enough. Well, I'll just I'll relay the information to you as it occurs.
Okay. So, did you want me to give you some help with hands?
Yes. What is this eldritch thing?
It's an evolution of the hoof. No, I don't know hoof. The hoof is an evolution. It's an evolution of the flipper. Okay.
So I was a mermaid once? Is that what you're saying?
Eventually, yeah, sort of.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hands are really kind of interesting. And once you know how they work, you kind of have a better idea of it. So you've got all these tendons down the back of your hand here, which kind of stop your fingers from doing this. Because muscles only stretch in one direction, so you've got the tendons that kind of pull everything back. On the front, you've got these tendons here. And you've got a few like muscular bits and so on and so forth. And so yeah, all of these folds come from where the skin folds over various muscle groups. So the reason why you've got this big old chunky one here is because your thumb is kind of independent of the rest of the fingers.
Cool. Okay.
But yeah, to get to the drawing thing, so it's very hard to show you this and draw it at the same time. The vast majority of people, not everyone obviously, but most people's hands kind of follow the same sort of shapes. And so yeah, if you look, you've got you've got this, which is kind of a rough I don't know, pentagon, hexagon. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was square, but I guess that makes more sense.
No, because this is always a slope. Well, not always, but this is usually a slope. The other thing that people often do is they put the wrist in the center of the hand, but it's not. It's ever so slightly to this side. So yeah, if I quickly show you this.
Go ahead. I'm excited.
Like most basic. Don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah, with the stronger strokes I can. So you've got a almost regular pentagon. Almost.
Yeah.
Like a right angle.
I mean, if you want to be more accurate, you can bump this out here so that it's more rounded.
I noticed the bump. I noticed the bump when I was drawing hands a few months ago now. I've been doing this a while, I guess. Drag, how do you draw hands, considering your hands are rarely humanoid hands?
And then your fingers are basically little sausages that come off the front. There's this one. Okay,
I see. So yeah, it's...
Scaling's a bit off on this, but this is because I'm just doing it rough.
That's alright, do what you want. Do what feels comfy.
This line is not all. This line is straight on mine, which is why it's messing me up, because it should actually be a bit more like this.
Yeah, we've got the meat here. See the moving meat? See, you're the skilled one, I'm just here providing colour commentary.
That's alright.
Do you meet? Call in.
And the thumb, of course, only has 2 segments. As your fingers all have 3. Here's me explaining biology at the most basic level that most people already understand. But, you know.
Well, it's the kind of thing that sometimes you don't think about while you're drawing, and you just try to draw it instead without really understanding the purpose of things. Which is why anatomy books are so important, and anatomic references. Oh, finger question. So, with this line here, would you cut it into 4s as an easier guide, or is that too equal? Like, is it okay to cut this equally? Because I know the pinky's a different size. Well, like with this bit here, for this part of the hand, would you draw like a 1, 2, 3 little score line, so you know roughly whereabouts you should be for thickness?
Not really. I tend to run it just by ear, but it's mainly because your fingers are different sizes, so you end up with a little bit extra space for the pinky.
Okay. Also, ears. That's a lesson for a different day.
Well, it is.
Yeah. So it looks to me like the length of the fingers should be about the same as the length of the hand. So...
yeah, give or take, apart from the pinky, which is shorter.
Yeah, pinky's still going on their own journey.
But they kind of fit into their own section.
So what I tend to do is draw a mitten, just so I know roughly how far I should go, because otherwise I tend to go off in directions.
I find it easier to... This is just a me thing.
Mm-hmm.
I find it easier to just do a line.
I'll just do a line, that makes sense. And that can be for the middle, because that goes the furthest.
Your fingers are super long there. No. Compared to the... Sorry, I was pointing...
No, this is also an issue with the camera, is that everything is A, front to back, and B, slanted. So this is actually... These are the same length in front of me, but they do not look like it on the camera.
No, that's fine, but your middle finger...
Yeah.
Shouldn't be any really longer than the palm.
That's what I'm saying. This bit should be about as long as that bit. Oh, you're right, it is long.
That's why a line works, because you can draw it back. I mean, I pull it back maybe... God, it's hard to say. It looks about a centimetre here.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to work. Yeah, okay.
Bodies have weird ratios.
Bodies are weird. I did not agree to that.
I've also got my scaling wrong, which is bothering me. Mum should be like that. Like, if you hold your hand like this... These are on, like, typical people, by the way. Like, you should be able to draw a line from here to here, which would separate off these two fingers. Like...
Oh, interesting.
Right, well,
let's segment our sausages. Drac in the chat says, 2 things I do is keep it simple. The base fingers is about halfway down the back of the hand. The other thing is that drawing hands a lot, beginner artists try to hide hands behind their characters or scenery. Yeah, I do that. Fail, fail, fail again. Yeah, fail faster, learn more. It's definitely a thing.
Am I? If you want some true nightmare fuel, well, not nightmare fuel's a bit harsh. But if you want some true stress-inducing stuff for new artists, my old art tutor had us. We had to use biros. When we were doing certain things, and if we were using pencils, we weren't allowed to use erasers.
No.
Yeah.
What about initial mistakes?
That's the whole point. He wasn't trying to teach us about that. He was trying to teach us that commit to a thing, keep going to it. You can see, being able to see your mistakes doesn't ruin the piece.
Well, the tip of my pinky is long.
Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own ratios.
Seeing your mistakes makes you learn, it's very true.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when we were doing like full art pieces, then yes, we were allowed to use erasers. But when we were doing like sketchy anatomy stuff, he was like, "You need to learn to be able to just roll with it."
Yeah. Yeah, art exercise is kind of different to physical exercise in that you're expected to pull something several times. It's good. Oh, I made my fingies very skinny. Let's fatten them up. You drawing tonight, Drac, or just chilling out? Painting war dollies. I'm guessing you mean Warhammer. That's very cool.
Someone with much less chunky fingers than me, that's what I just drew.
I'm gonna put you on blast for a second, babe. Look at this!
Oh.
Look at this hand! Look at this good hand! That's what she does! She's the hand queen.
The reasons I got good at hands, or at least better at hands, is because I was really bad at them. And as said, my art tutor was just like, okay, we're gonna make you do the hands a lot.
Draw some fucking hands, yo!
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it. Oh, Derek still has a picture that you made for them on the wall.
Aww.
Do you remember which picture this is?
I made a few for different people. I can't remember which one it was.
Fair.
There you go.
Woo! Look at that hand. Now I'm gonna blue mine.
Well, this is the thing. Like, you can be as scrappy as you like with your red lines.
That's
like,
true.
if I hold it up to the camera, you see how scrappy the lines are?
Not really. I see that you've done shading. When do you have time for that?
Shading is easy. All you do is this. Watch. There you go. No, I'm talking about how scrappy the red lines are. Like, there's loads of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the wrist. Look.
Fair. Fine.
Because the only one that matters is the final line you put down.
I suppose that makes sense. Or whichever one spills the ink.
Hmm.
Dip that in there a little bit. I just need to actually...
Your wrist needs to come across a little.
Across? Like this way?
Like look at the line. Look at the line on my hand.
Which bit do you mean?
Okay, so you see this line here?
Yeah.
It goes in and then the wrist comes out. Your wrist is kind of like...
Oh, no, I have drawn it in. You just can't tell because of... I'm looking at the camera now. You can't tell. I'm bluing it so it's different. Like that. That kind of thing.
Yeah. Yes. Also.
Yeah.
Sorry, because you're doing really well. Don't be afraid of inner curves. It's very rare that unless you have like a huge amount, unless you're carrying a lot of weight, and I mean a lot of weight, your wrist is going to come in and then it's going to curve outward a bit, like this. In and then outward curve. So you've got.
So I see what you mean. Yeah, I did an outward here rather than inward.
Yeah.
Forgive.
But there isn't anything to forgive.
No, I'm erasing.
I'm not my art tutor.
Fair enough.
How dare you!
The piece Drac is referring to is probably Liz the Hen Witch.
Ah, yes. Oh, I'm glad you like that. I don't have any printed out versions of the pictures that Drac did for me. I really should.
Oh, did Drac do some digi-ones for you?
A little while ago, yeah.
Oh, we should do that. That'd be cool.
The only downside to these pencils is they get small really quickly. This is the size of the pencil. This is what I'm using currently.
Candle's literally burning at both ends. Will not last the night. actual hand. Do you have hands? Comment below. You know what they say, viewer interaction ad revenue make the world go round. And then when they say that, I push them into a lake. Drac would like us to know they have feet.
Good. Yay for feet.
Hooray! Something help get you from A to Z. Oh, my leg. I said leg when I meant hand, now I'm just confusing myself. Okay, ow, my hand. Not great, but I can actually tell it's a hand, which is the main thing. Especially with comic drawing. Does his hand look like a hand? Excellent! Challenge succeeded. Alright, what do you think next? Same again or a fist?
So I was going to try something else a little bit different. Give me a second, I'm just sorting something out.
That's okay. Do what you fancy.
Trying to get the Twitch thing on my phone so I can at least see what other people are saying.
Do you want me to link you it?
No, I've got it. I just had to set up the Switch on my phone.
Oh, I see.
I have to get it to come out so that I can see what's written on the chat.
There should be an option for pop-up mode.
Yeah.
Or pop-out. Or pop-up. I don't remember now. Pop.
Okay, so... Yeah, when you understand how hands work, it makes them slightly easier to draw. So, like, what I'm going to show you now is not a fist, it's a kind of relaxed closed hand, which I'm not very good at, but still.
It's a lot of meat knobs.
But when you look at your hands, in terms of what your palm can do, really your palm can only do this. It can't do anything else really.
Oh,
it can't. Yeah. It goes from side to side like that.
Okay.
So when you relax, if you look at your hand like that, what you end up with is a weird sort of like. So you can get this. Shape is kind of. This weird sort of triangle thing here. Not a triangle, it's a... What do you call it with it? It's a four-sided shape. The sides aren't all necessarily the same length.
Rhombus?
Yeah, so it's kind of this sort of rhombus shape here. Yeah?
Rhombozoid.
This is an outward curve. From this to here. Get into the complicated stuff. I start using circles now.
Dun dun dun.
Most of this sort of thing is just breaking it down into its most simple shapes. Playlist is intent on making me freaking cry.
What is? Just drawing a hand?
No, my playlist. I'm listening to music, and it's just switched to the theme from Horizon Zero Dawn.
So good.
So I'm trying to break this down into simple shapes for you, because I'm automatically slipping into my various coping strategies.
Tips and tricks. Coping strategies is more like, if your hand has exploded,
Yeah.
and the universe explodes with it,
It probably looks like a giant mess to you right now.
I can get the idea. Like, I can see the that. I can see the that. Sorry, I was drawing another smaller hand to try and simplify the shapes. Let's move on to the one that you're drawing. I also wanted you to draw a bit first so I could kind of see what you were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Clipboard. So relax the hand. Drink some water. Hydrate. Drac. Hydrate. It's very warm right now, and hydration is key.
The other trick is observe a lot, because if you only ever practice drawing your own hand, you'll get really good at drawing your hand.
Yes, I've actually said this a few times in recent streams. I should probably just put it out there. What I'm wanting to do is ask for guest hands to draw, which I think is both ridiculous and delightful. So I think that people might be into that. Here we see a hand at rest in its natural environment, an arm.
But for the purposes of this, drawing your own hand is what we want to do.
Yeah, ultimately it's the one I've got. Plus, if I was drawing your hand, you would not be able to draw with your hand. And we need some kind of circular table set up, like some kind of Ouroboros.
If you want to, at some point, I can start getting into like some of the really complicated, interesting exercises. Interesting, complicated exercises. Sorry.
Sounds like a fun plan.
Oh yeah, unless you also, do you want to know another interesting little thing that you can do to enhance your work very quickly?
Go on.
If you're doing light shading, and this doesn't work if you're doing sort of comic book style, but if you're doing light shading, don't shade all the way up to the edge, unless the object is completely like plastic or something like that, because you get light wraparound. Because your skin is translucent. Your skin, when people talk about subsurface scattering and stuff like that, your skin lets light through. So if you've got a light, you're still going to get, and also because the way that light wave bends, goes around things. If I hold my hand up here, yeah, you can't really see it, which is unfortunate because it's very stark light. But the finger gets, if you look at it in person, the finger gets dark, and then it gets light again on the other edge. Also, interesting point of fact. This is a lot of these are dyspraxic. A lot of these are dyspraxic friendly techniques because I'm dyspraxic, so there's a lot of coping strategies involved to help me get around the fact that I'm not very good at doing that. I'm also aphantasic, so I can't really draw from memory.
Yeah, that one I have a hard time fathoming how I would work with that.
Weirdly enough, I've looked into it. There are actually quite a few aphantasic artists. I wonder if becoming an artist and like doing that is part of a way of sort of coping with the fact that you're not very, you don't have a visual memory. So you learn to like put things down on paper as a means of. And they're way better than I am.
No, they're an animator, so everything they do looks impressive.
Hey, police sirens in stereo.
Yeah, that is the weirdest thing when we're playing D&D or something, and there's a bird or a police car, and you hear it, then I hear it, and then I hear you hearing it, and it all just gets kind of lumped on together as a mess of noise.
There you go. Other hand.
Oh my god, look at the shading! Very good at this bit.
Well, I have been doing it for like 35 years.
It's impressive considering you're in your early 20s.
I know, right?
Sassy lady. Been in the business 50 years, you do the math. Yeah, you're quite right, Drac. These are some good hands. And yes, I love RPG. What RPG are you looking forward to?
Oh, I may have invited Drac to the Cyberpunk game.
Really? Oh, cool!
Well, we've only got 4 players, and, you know...
And we don't have any hackers or media, so there are definitely roles that can be filled.
Drac was contemplating it, unless Drac wants me to keep it private. You have...
A secret? That's cool.
Oh, no, it was, the concept they sent... the concept idea they had was kind of like, a Daft Punk / Deadmau5 style rocker boy.
Yes!
Wears a big mask, like wears a fake mask so that no one really knows what they look like.
I'm fully here for that. Drax says you can say, but there was lag, so it literally just came through. But fortunately, you said it anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, a bit more of a DJ than a live music instrument player, but still cool. And very appropriate for Cyberpunk.
I would love to watch them make that harder. Other references therein.
I feel like I need to get a light source for my camera so that I can have a bit more. You can see what's going on a bit more better.
Yeah, I have that ring light I got from Cheap Shop up here. If I turn it off, you see the difference. But it has upscaling. But if I turn it on too bright, then it will completely drown out everything here.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to use my light box, then it would be like, wah.
This is the art stream of the Mr. Rons.
But yeah, I like the idea of a DJ hacker, a DJ / runner who has like a false identity.
Absolutely here for that. That sounds very cool.
One of the other things that's kind of cool for the for I don't know if it would have worked for you, Harry-Ann. But one of the things that's kind of cool for using the red and the blue, is if you do red and blue and then you go over with a dark line, and then you scan it, you can select it so you can set it so it will only pick up on the black color.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that's another way of doing it. Is another reason why that's kind of good, because it means that you can do all of this rough work, do some really nice thick chonk lines, scan them in, and no one will ever be the wiser that there were crappy lines behind it. Is it possible to have a holographic mask? It is, but it is possible to have a holographic mask, but it's unlikely your character will be able to afford it at the beginning of the game.
Like a homemade one out of cardboard cereal boxes. So they're like, one day, when I'm a big deal, I'm gonna have a big holographic mask with laser vision. You see?
What's more likely to have instead of holographic is not everyone uses it, but a lot of people use AR displays for, like, they have goggles or glasses or contact lenses that allow them to have like an AR overlay on the world. And then you'd have it, so instead of it being holographic, it's more like it's like emitting from your thing, so that if people see you in the street, they wouldn't necessarily see anything but your normal face, but then if they're looking at you in AR, they'd see like whatever the mask you want us to have would be.
Like in Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Season 1?
Yeah, a little bit like that, yeah.
That's very cool.
Unfortunately, Cyberpunk Red is so new, there aren't that many source books out for it, so a lot of it is kind of like extrapolation, so yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my Romanova's legs. Someday! Come on, Pondsmith, we believe in you. Give him good legs.
So if you move your hand to the left a little bit. Okay, for starters, you're drawing your hand in different states.
Oh, no, I finished drawing my hand now. So I'm just adding detail and...
oh, okay. I was going to say, because, yeah, if your hand's going to look slightly different if you're doing it in different...
No, I was holding it here for a very long time. Sorry, yes, I can move on to a different hand if you want.
No, we don't have to move on. I was just saying you're going to get a different result if you do it otherwise.
Yeah, static modelling is a thing. Ugh. Hit time for Fisto?
Time for Fisto.
Okay, this is going to be difficult. There's a lot of... Like, this has a lot of room in between. This has a lot of, like, tension.
It does, but it also makes it slightly easier to draw because the shape is already, like... You don't have any, like, flappy extra bits. It's just about inner detail. So yeah, if you look at your fist...
Yep. Hello.
Your fist is basically the same shape as... you can see. Your fist is basically the same shape as this, right? Just... set a thing. Yeah. So... If I do it at a slight angle to make it life harder for myself, because why wouldn't I? So... I go... Look.
Yeah, I think like putting my nails in would be expert mode. Let's not quite do that.
Let's do this as simple shapes. So yeah, Harry-Ann?
Yep, I'm looking.
If you watch me, simple shapes, let's do this. Curve there. That up there. Now, you'll get a bit of a bunch out here because all of this will bunch up. Like that.
Yeah, we're getting some serious knuckle definition.
Yeah. Like anyone doing anything like superhero comics is going to need to know how to draw a fist because superheroes do like fisting things.
Yeah. I mean, they do in the books I read, but...
Right. So this is one of those things where, like, I know some people find this easier to do it this way, to do it the other way, but I don't, because I need to know what's going on underneath. Okay. So you've actually got you've got your fist curled around like this.
I'm trying to get an angle of it where I can see it.
Yeah.
Because like I am, because you're sitting down, so you got more of that. I keep seeing the nails, and they're like, no, not today. Too hard. Stop.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've got all of this going on, yeah?
Yep.
Like, I don't know if you can see kind of...
I can see the shape you're going for, if that's what you mean.
Yeah. Now, this...
Oh, God, it hurts.
So your fingers, because they're cones, they're not straight lines.
Yep.
Yeah. Chunky, thin. They go from thick to thin. Okay. When you put them like that,
Yeah.
and then like that, they're not straight. They're all kind of coming to a point.
Yeah.
So if I show you this on my hand, all of the fingers, all of these in the first knuckles are in further than these knuckles.
Yeah.
And then if I do that, so if I take my thumb out, I'll show you this easier. Halfway, don't know. We're going to use if I draw these as sausages. You did sausages.
Nom, nom, nom.
Don't eat my sausages.
Keep your laws of my body. I am heavenly. I was made this way. Keep your laws of my body. Keep your laws of my body. I am heavenly. I was made this way. Keep your laws of my body.
I have to say, Yoko Kanno is great music to draw to.
Well, I can see that. Although people listening at home currently are hearing Supernova with a K, who's a cool trans guitarist and music producer, singer. Very your speed, to be honest.
Hmm.
And they also good for drawing too. Oh dear. That's the kind of angle I want, I guess.
Okay, see that?
Yeah? Yeah, you've
I've
x-rayed
got
your
going on there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then thumb goes over the top, which hides a lot of crimes. Thumbs are great for that. So your thumb, she starts up here, things like that, and then your thumb actually starts about here. I got that wrong. So I'm not following my own advice and I'm not observing properly. That stream's getting really interesting voice-wise now because I'm going quiet because I'm concentrating.
That's alright, that's why there's music in the background.
Falling out of sight lately, and I'm feeling so lonely. I'm falling down and
Not everyone has to be like Yuka. Find the cheese! Why, God, why? Drawing at a speed I can draw at because this is not an easy position to get this angle. A little bit painful.
So the best piece of advice, said art tutor, who wouldn't let me use a razor in it from time to time, gave me, is the best piece of advice my art tutor gave me.
Yeah.
Well, his name was David Crockett, and he was amazing.
Wow, there's a coincidence.
Yeah. Except he didn't die at the Alamo.
Well, there's no evidence to say that, I suppose. Anyway, best advice they gave you.
Well, some of the best advice anyway, was the human eye, or the human brain, is really good at filling in the gaps of things it expects to see, so you don't actually have to draw everything, you just have to make it look convincing enough that the other people will be like, oh, I see what you're going for there.
Oh, absolutely. Interpolation frames.
Yeah, but also it's things like, if you're drawing a building, you can draw every brick on the surface of that building if you want to. And you probably have a really interesting picture. It's more than likely, though, you'll end up having a really busy-looking picture. What you really need to do is paint enough of, or draw enough of the bricks so that when you paint and colour it, their eyes will be like, that's a brick building, that is.
Oh. Alright, I held that pose for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now we blew it. This is how we blew it.
There you go, I don't know if you can see that.
I can see it. Your camera's actually very good quality. Very solid. Oh, I don't know if you know this, babe. Loading Ready Run have a art stream, like, pretty much immediately after this one.
Ah.
Sheer coincidence. I set this up to coincide with House Haunters. I don't know how I ended up with that. And, yeah, last time when I finished, I watched a bit of it, and they were doing ears. It's an episode all about ears. And for the examples of ears, Corey had found and taken still shots from Babylon 5.
Nice.
Which is very nice. And it was partly because of the obsession over Delen's ears.
Ha ha ha.
With tiny baby ears. Neck ears. That's a good show. Drawing some knuckles. Move my hands around. This is why I don't stream for too long. Oh, speaking of which, Drac, I'm looking at doing a dragon-related thing. I don't know if that would be of interest to you. Have you ever played the Breath of Fire games?
Oh god, there's a massive delay on my camera.
Oh, yeah, the delay to Twitch is very long. You have not? Oh my god, you play as a shape-shifting dragon person. It's very good. I mean, it's a bit cliché, but you know what. But it's really fucking good. And I recently picked up 4 again. Played it. Playing the fuck out of it, actually, at the moment. So many fishing minigame. Dedicate a lot of time to fishing minigame, I'll be honest. And since you can get them on emulators, I'm thinking about doing 1, 2, 3, and 4 on stream. Just to stream enough to actually try and get Twitch to let me use squad mode and draw with other people.
Would you like a bit of... Sorry, this is a quick thing. Would you like a bit of advice based on what you're doing?
Yes.
So, your thumb
Yep.
is... It's slightly different with your hand. But your thumb is ever so... if I show my hand like this...
Yep.
Let me see. Your thumb's a little bit in the wrong place. And also...
Oh,
remember what I said?
It's too
Remember
high.
what I said?
Yeah.
Remember what I said about shallow curves?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the bottom.
I did my jut too wide.
No, it should be an... You went around an outer curve there. Try doing an inner curve. So like I'll draw. What I mean is you're drawing this.
Yeah.
Try drawing that.
Okay.
So continue
about reversing it because. Yeah. Okay.
So
okay.
make the arm thinner. No, make the arm thinner.
I'd already started when you said that.
That's right.
Better?
Yeah, I wish I could figure out a way of explaining what I mean. I'll show you on my fist here. On this part of the hand here,
Yeah.
instead of going in and then coming out like that,
Oh, it's that bit you're talking about.
yeah, because it's throwing off the lines. It's throwing off the lines for the rest of the hand, which is going to be making your thing.
Sorry, there. You meant dip in rather than doing a sharp turn.
Like, give it a good, nice, like. Because if you look at your hand, even in a fist,
Yeah.
sorry, yeah, even in a fist, your hand is like twice as big as your arm.
A little bit less. Like I don't know. I have very small hands.
True. Trust me. Like, I can see on either side of your hand, when it gets to this point here,
Yeah.
it's like wider than your arm. And the thing where what you've got with your arm, I know I'm not like, I don't want to massively criticize your work because it's looking good, but you want to bring your wrist in a little bit because it's basically your wrist's coming in and then flaring out again when it should go in and then slowly swoop up to your bicep. No, whichever muscle group this is, I can't remember.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, sorry. Just trying to...
It's okay.
So hard to put this back into reference pose.
I know. Like, I don't want to come off like I'm like just
No, I
massive.
get what you're saying. What you're saying is good. Don't worry.
Because I think you've made some amazing progress since you started. What? I don't know when you started doing this stream, but
2-3 months. I'm not sure.
yeah, you've already made some pretty good progress. So, like,
Thank you.
okay.
Wow, you fit them all on one page as well. Yours looks gorgeous.
As I said, I've been doing it for a long time.
Like a poster.
What? Who was the person who said? Was it? How do you get good at art? You take a pencil, you apply it to paper, and repeat for about 20 years.
I don't remember.
Come-
That's also
I
like
can't-
Carnegie Hall, but
I can't remember who said that, but it was.
very accurate. Very correct. Alright, there is half an hour left. Do you want to do anything else? Or
Question is,
more
would you
hands?
like to? I'm getting done with hands, but is there anything you'd like to do? Is there anything you'd
I
like
would
me to talk about? Would you like me to give you like a really quick how to do a very cartoon face?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I would love to draw Ryu from Breath of Fire 3.
Here's me quickly scanning through my sketchbook to make sure I don't accidentally show you some porn.
Balls! It ball. Okay.
Shocking enough, it being my sketchbook, there is some stuff in here that you probably wouldn't want on a live stream.
Fair.
Okay, so super quick faces. Okay, so human skull is not a sphere.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
This much I know already.
Yeah. But it is broken up into a bunch of bits. So, top of human skull is, let's go with a slight egg. Yeah?
Egg.
Yeah. Bit of an ovoid shape. So this is the back of the skull here. This is where the spine's going to connect. Okay. So we'll go around there. Now this is the least quick way of doing it, but it's how I as an aphantasic dyspraxic have to do it. Okay. And then front of the face, your jaw starts about here. So like this. So now you've got a little oval with a nub.
Nub.
Now you might want to bring the top of that one up a bit and make that more round down to that. So you've got a bit more of a straight edge on the front.
Can do. Yeah, because this dips in for the eyes, doesn't it?
A little bit, but we're getting to the interesting part in a minute.
Okay.
This is a part where I see a lot of people early on and making mistakes. Right.
Sound of it. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay. The back of yours needs to come down a bit, make it more round. Try and go for like use mine as kind of a thing. Like, nice round curve, so that's kind of round. Straight line. I said this was going to be a quick face, it's not.
It's okay.
No, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about me. I just realised I've gone into a skull tutorial, but hey.
Skulls!
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay, go for it. I'll know what I've done wrong once we start doing the next bit, I think. I'm quite strong with these things.
Okay, so this is a bit that a lot of people get wrong. Mm-hmm. Your eyes are in the middle of your head.
Yes.
You should have as much skull on top of your head, so if I do a line here.
Yep. I know this one. I know we start with this circle and do the eyes and then the jaw later. I know what we're about to get to. Scary Terry's.
So I've got a nice little cross on there. Try and bring the line around. So like, start the line here. Look at mine before we draw.
I'm looking.
Start the line here.
Yeah.
And then bring it around like that. Yeah, because that line starts at the back of the skull, not at the front of it.
Right, okay. That makes sense.
And that gives you a much, much nicer curve.
Yeah.
Right. Then, let's give this person...
No, Drax, the human skull is not a pentagram.
Ah yes, the furry artist. I don't have to draw human skulls that often. Right, so you have your little bridge, which is this V shape here. Can you see?
Yep.
And then I'm gonna have to switch to blue so you can see what I'm doing.
It's alright. Have we got your nose?
Yeah, can you see that?
Yep, got your nose.
Now, important thing is the nose shouldn't be directly on that line. It should be slightly in front of it.
Okay.
Which I think you've done. No, you've done that nicely. However, these bits should be coming up over that line, that horizontal line.
Okay.
Because that way, when you draw the eyes in, they will actually be on the line.
Right, I see. That makes sense. Okay. Cool. Yeah, definitely the thing I struggle with the most with faces, I think, is this fucking eye on the edge.
Okay, so first things first. Let's
If
get
you're
you
going
some.
in the order you're going in, it's fine. That's
No.
fine.
I'm doing it. So right, let's see if I can do this so you can see what I'm doing. So this bit, follow that around there.
Yep, get into brow bone.
Now, this person has really prominent brows.
Yeah, they do. Maybe they drag.
Okay. And then we want to have a little dip in here. Cheek needs to come out a touch. Pencil isn't sharp enough.
Are you all ready for some sharpener porn?
Look at it! Look!
So tiny. When you're finished with that, let me case it in resin and turn it into a necklace. You know I'll do it. You know. Oh my god, one tiny line adds so much dimension. Crazy talk. Straight down.
Okay. The problem area for you, Harry-Ann.
Yes?
This eye here.
Yes. The eye.
See.
I can see.
So you see what? Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get it so you can actually see like the lines.
Yeah. I can see somewhat. You've zoomed in so hard I can't really tell what's going on anymore.
So that eye is far enough across that you can't see the other side of the eyelid.
Yes.
So what you should just have is an outward curve and maybe the hint of eyelashes.
Okay.
Plus, this person is going to have some freaking amazing eyelashes because I am in that kind of mood.
Fair. So before drag, darling.
No, that is way too high. Top of the ear shouldn't be above the eyes. Anyone who wears glasses will understand why that is.
Fair. Oh, God,
I mean, unless you're drawing like an elf or something, or, you know. And even then, I feel like an elf's ears should be
proportionate.
see how? But you see what I mean about this eye? You've got a little curve there, a line at the top. You really don't need to see that much of it because it's so far round. I mean, in a lot of cases, you wouldn't necessarily even be able to see the eye anyway, but it helps with selling it a little.
Yeah, makes sense. I've tried to make these eyes match and they've wound up full anime.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of anime from time to time. Unless you're trying to do accurate anatomy, in which case, you know.
In this house, in front of my skeleton.
Because Drac was talking about Cyberpunk earlier, this one is going to have some crazy hair.
Woo! Her. Yeah, I didn't really realize how divoting in a little really helps with the eyes until way too long into drawing, and I was like, oh my god, this improves everything! And then with the cheeks, it wasn't until I tried drawing Rafio, a friend of ours who always draws herself with massive cheeks, like 2 apples, like stowed away inside of her head. Very cherry red on the tips of the cheeks. And then I was like, oh my god, I don't need to draw them that big, but that helps with the shape.
Yeah.
Woo! Very cool, babe. Yeah, lips are interesting. Like, doing the underlip really gives it some volume, but if you do too much on the overlip, even a tiny bit, it looks like fucking lip plumpers and mustache. It just messes up really easily.
Your eyes are a little high in the head, so the way I would counteract that is by making the top of the skull bigger.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can pull the skull forward a little bit as well. Like, it's basically the slope back from the eye is really harsh on yours.
So pull it more this way?
So where you've done this... So I'm just going to try and draw it a little bit, like... So yeah, where you've done that, and then you've got your eyes... Eyebrows here, eye here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try pulling it forward a bit so it's a bit more of a straight up, straight down.
Okay.
You ideally don't want it to be too far behind the cheek.
Mm-hmm. Still a bit crazy, but better. Yeah, I know I messed up on the eyes. The eyes was a difficult one.
This is practice. I'm not. There's no critic. There's no like critique here. It's just.
No, I know. The eyes was a bit was the hard part of this one.
It's not proof that's not gonna work. I mean, proportionally, my face isn't great. The lips are a little bit too far down. I need to squash it at the nose a little bit, but it works because it looks right. It looks okay. Sorry.
I was going to say, I could not tell.
Ooh, apparently there are fellow viewers.
Let's have a look. There is an option to do that. Users in chat. We have... Yeah, like 10 people.
Oh no, there are 10 people listening to my voice. I must stop.
Hello, people. Don't be shy about messaging.
I mean, after a while, you start to learn, or you start to just like instinctively have a feel for where things are supposed to be.
Oh yeah, I've gotten a lot better at drawing my own face, for example. I draw my face a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stream your art these days, Drac? Is Picarto still a thing? You're still getting into sandwiches in a big way.
There you go. That's
Oh, nice. Very nice. Ooh, somebody streams on Picarto with a premium account. That would be a pretty good place to do NSFW streaming, babe, if you're interested.
Yeah, I don't know if it would it work with this camera setup style.
I think so. I can tell what's going on with yours very well. Especially with the fact that you ink. Oh, ink shows up so much better on cameras. Yeah. Plus, it might be a nice excuse to hang out with Drac. Hear the noise of ferrets in the background.
Well, we'll see with the new job.
Oh, yes. Hello, Dr. Squeaky. How's it going? Drac, Gwen literally got a job acceptance thing earlier today. Yes, our friend Draconda, who's in the chat, has ferrets and live streams NSFW content drawing on Picarto. So I'm wondering if we could hear ferrets on Picarto. love fuzzies very much.
Yeah, this is where my hand is getting in the way because it needs to be in a specific place in order to do this.
Oh, the people are coming out now.
Oh, just in time for...
Well, hello everyone. Yes, ferrets are bitey creatures, but I love them. They nip. They give like a playful nip. They nip.
Bitey, smelly, lovely creatures.
Yeah, the smell is one of the things. I don't know what I was trying to say there besides trying to dismiss the point of the smell, but the smell is very real.
I was going to say, you can't dismiss the smell of a ferret. It just is.
I mean, it's great if you have rats, because the smell gets rid of the rats. Like, not pet rats, like infestation rats. Like, the ferret musk is very potent, so the rats go, oh, fuck no. A Tarask lives here. We leave. That reminds me, babe, we really haven't had bees coming into the house at all now, so I'm wondering if I might finally be able to get those gutters cleared. Might be that the bees have moved on. Maybe our roof didn't protect them from the elements.
Yeah. Doopity-doo. Don't tell me I'm running out of flipping ink on this thing. It's expensive.
Removing their scent glands. Oh.
God, you know this girl is an 80s cyberpunk because she has got some hair.
That is a lot of hair. And that's very true. Ferrets definitely smell a lot more around puberty, and once they've finished there, or once they've been neutered, they're usually a lot more palpable. At least I feel. I know some people are like, oh god, no. I do follow a few ferret people on TikTok entirely to watch ferret videos. Don't open TikTok that much, but I like being able to open it to ferrets. Because I love them. Well, thank you, Lurkers, Brooklyn Michelle, and Dr. Squeaky for piping up. It's nice to know that people have been hopefully enjoying themselves, or at least feeling intrigued about how do
I may do some more cyberpunk art next time.
Yeah, if you want to come on next time, I'm very here for that. Yeah, I was saying to Gwen earlier, if I could do enough Twitch to get a Twitch affiliate account, I could do multi-streams as well, which is something I really want to do. It's like, I've streamed a few times with my friend Casey, but they really have to just be on Discord like Gwen is now. Which is fine, it just means I can't pull up any bloody windows because it's capturing my screen.
Oh, where's the other piece I was working on the other day?
Oh, it's time for Gwen to show off! She got the skills!
It's finding
skills to afford nice sweets sometimes.
It's finding the stuff that's okay for public. Yes. Let us not use the design I made for that sex toy competition.
Oh yeah, whatever happened with that?
Sadly nothing, but you know, it was a fun exercise.
Yeah, fair. The hair has become its own entity. I should stop doing the hair.
I mean, unless you should continue doing the hair.
Oh, the issue is that I'm too close to the top of the page, and I can't make the hair look right because the quiff comes out of nowhere. Yeah, now I'm just fucking around, I think.
There's nothing wrong with fucking around a little bit. That's basically how I practice.
Fair. Drax says, Gwen, I will do cyberpunk art with you if I get my character done by then. Oh,
so
man,
here's
Crystal Fiddle!
Here's the NPC for... And then back in the cyberpunk theme.
Yes, very cool.
I do love a lady with a mohawk.
Speaking of which, here's me, drawn by me as a sweaty mess, and here's myself, drawn by Gwen as Cecily.
God. Sorry, Ruthio bought me some metallic watercolours, and oh my god, they're gorgeous.
Oh, I know. Ruthio is so good to us.
Also, for Drax's benefit, something I got recently, because I was like, I would have tried doing a miniature, plastic spaceman fighters on a larger scale. So I got
Space Manreen.
No. She is a battle sister, but
Woo!
it's an unpainted action figure. So I'm going to paint it myself.
Heck yeah!
I'd be well up to do some cyberpunk art with Shakonda.
War, darling.
However, I'm going to have to log off in a little bit because I'm exhausted.
That's
An hour and a half of drawing is enough for me.
Yeah, that's why I stick to this amount. Like, there's enough for me to get stuff finished. Sometimes a quick comic I can do. Oh, there we go. I was just checking to see if House Haunt is on today, and it is not. But that is okay. Because Laser... Well, it's okay in general, because they're allowed to do whatever they want. But the stream I normally watch and raid to after this is not on today, because Laser is busy finishing an album.
Fair.
Also visiting their sister Aubrey for their birthday. Which is super cool. So I'm going to... This is again the thing. I don't have an easy capture thing, so I'm just going to have to show behind the curtain for a moment as I bring up the Twitch stream controls. Oxford Road, like Jade Oxford Road. Hang on a bloody minute. Is my friend Jade hiding in the chat?
It's our friend Jade hiding in the chat.
They are not there. I don't know, maybe they nipped on, subscribed, and went away. It said it was an hour ago. Either way, I'm going to set up a raid. You're gonna let me raid? Raid channel. Wait, really? Is no one I'm following live right now? Surely not. There's usually 3 people on at this time. There's usually House Haunters, Xander, or Learning Ready Run. What the toot?
Either way, it's been fun. To anyone who has been lurking in the background, thank you for observing my flailing at art and trying to attempt to pass on some of my knowledge.
Flailing? You're very good at art.
I'm reasonable. And that's not me being self-depreciative. I know my limits in terms of professional doing professional art and so on.
Fair enough. I'm going to see if when Can't Draw Horses Club is on, because that's normally next. Oh, there we go. It's 9 o'clock. It may have started now.
Anywho, I'm going to log off. I might try and grab Draconda. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Loading, ready, run. Ah, well, no, I need to go, and I can't find anyone to follow the channel up. Alright, so chat to you all later. Thank you so much for joining. Goodbye!